Oh my God. I did it again. Oops, I did it again. I do that all the time. I've already said hello to everyone in here. Um, but I'll say hello again. I'm sorry. Hey, Ray, Yenny, Punksy, Amanda C, True Crime Loving Blonde, Rana. Oh, cool. That's a new, on StreamYard, you have like background music you can play now. It's a new feature. So when I'm trying to get everything ready and I'm just giving it a minute for the banner and everything to show, I figured that was kind of cool. But yeah. Hey, Scallum, Little Boston, Lolo, Cheryl, Donna. How are you guys? I haven't seen some of you guys for a while. Hey, Yenny. Um, in Xanto or in, yeah, in Xantor, or I don't know. Hey, Original Elements. You guys, I do that all the time. I've got to stop. I've got to get better with that because I literally do it all the time. The kitty cat, he went right behind me, but that was one thing. Did y'all see his orange tail right here? See my new tulips? I get these every year. They're hydroponically grown. If you see, they are just in water, which is really, really cool. And they come and they're usually closed. Sometimes they're not even all showing. And then they start blooming once you bring them inside and the light changes a little bit. Oh, and my lava lamp, like we're back in the, early 2000s. I got that from my 13-year-old, but he doesn't think it's that cool anymore, but I do. So now I've put it right here. It matches all my little Valentine's Day stuff. Um, I love lights and candles. I love the whole like house to be lit up but dark. Yeah, I'm weird, y'all. Ooh, I said it right. Awesome. Your face when you realized. Oh, so I decided I wanted to start a new series. And even though I don't think it's going to have a ton of interest at first, I think it could be something fun to do like a few days a week going through the headlines of true crime, kind of like going through Crime Online or anything else that we've seen on the news or whatever. Um, oh, hey, Kelly. Just happens that today Dawn and Candus are in the news. So I was muted. I mean, I'm new to this. That's so funny. I have to have my candles. Oh, thank you, Roxanne. It's like a muscle shirt, but it's, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off for a few minutes and we can start. I want to show you guys. So, the first person actually that I saw post about this 911 call that whoever made, I'm assuming Candus, was Kelly actually. And then I saw that Crime Stories Obsessed actually came out with the 911 call. So we're going to listen to that. Just 1 second. Or the dispatch. I can't see you guys for just a second. Okay. I was talking to someone though. It's actually really sad. I think that this shows that they haven't hit rock bottom yet, and I'm, concerned about what that's gonna look like. So we were gonna go to Crime Online to look at the headlines, and they've actually put out an article about the 911 call. So I guess we'll just go there. What do you guys think? Think they're about to break? Paid and am sending you a shirt to dye. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah. They'll never get those kids back. I know. It's sad. It's really, really sad. Let me move the table a little bit. Okay. Let's look at the article really quick, and then we'll listen to the call and kind of talk about it. So, look how pretty that baby is. I love this picture. She looks so cute right there. Mom of missing Summer Wells calls 911, says husband assaulted her. The mother of a missing 5-year-old Tennessee girl reported her husband for physical assault last week, according to police. A report from the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office indicated that police arrived at the Wells residence on January 19th after Candus Bly, the mother of missing Summer Wells, called 911. While officers were en route to the residence, dispatchers said they heard arguments in the background before the line went dead. Bly made contact with the officers when they arrived at her home and said her husband, Don Wells, pushed her against a wall and grabbed her by the throat. She added she thought she broke her left thumb during the alleged assault. News Channel 11 reports that Wells told police they had both been drinking on the night in question, but denied harming his wife. He reportedly added that Bly had been drinking alcohol before he arrived home at around 7:45. So this is like a common thing, right? We know that women will do the hang-up call, or not the hang-up. They'll call 911 and just set the phone down so they're not heard calling 911 or on the phone with them. Let me try to play this.
At Eastman Credit Union, we're different.
I love ECU because their customer service is second to none.
ECU.
Oh, Delana, I don't know what I'm going to do when mine go to college. That just seems so scary. Hey, Valera. Hey, I haven't seen you in forever. Okay.
Jeremy, thank you. Well, it's new at 9. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office responds to a domestic assault call at the home of Candus Bly and Don Wells, the parents of missing 5-year-old Summer Wells. The report states that police responded to the scene where Candus stated that her husband Don grabbed her neck and pushed her against the wall.
We've been thinking for a while now that things were just like about to explode, right? That things were just getting to be too much. That's kind of what I've been thinking. But I don't know. It just like seems to go deeper and deeper than I ever thought it would.
Responding officer also stated that Candus believed her thumb was broken due to the altercation. Candus also told police that she and Don were both drinking when they had the argument.
Can you imagine this being like, like your baby's missing and these are the reports that are being made about you?
However, a different story from Don, who states that he did not assault her, but did agree that the two were arguing. The police report also states that the responding officer did not see any markings on her neck, nor did they see bruising or swelling on Candus's thumb.
That's interesting.
Neither parties were arrested and both were referred to private prosecution and order of protection. Now this morning, the search still remains active for their daughter, Summer Wells, who was reported missing in early 2020.
Okay. So then, let's see. We have the call. Okay. We will have to pause along the way, you guys.
On into the domestic, we've got them back on the phone. They've called 911 again. Still an open line. Can hear them arguing in the background.
Hold on. Let me get this comment off the screen. It makes me so mad the news lady couldn't get the date right of when Summer went missing. She didn't. I was half listening, half looking at chat. I didn't even notice that. What did she say? The Wells need a live-in cop. Yeah. For real. Okay. Oh, okay. Early 2020.
45
Yeah.
copy.
That's stupid. Well, I guess we're just pausing here. Na, 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 na. It was in the article. Oh, okay. The person who wrote the article wrote it wrong, I guess. And then, I'm embarrassed for them. I know.
First 48.
Oops, sorry. By the way, if you are not following Crime Stories Obsessed, which I'm sure you are, she brings a lot of good information to YouTube, and sometimes we talk about information she brings here. So definitely go subscribe if you're not. It's Crime Stories Obsessed.
Okay, Common, you still got them on the line? Jim. Male subject's in the basement. I believe she's upstairs.
I believe she's upstairs. She's got the hickest accent. Hey, Amanda Lee.
48. Go ahead. Do you have an ETA? Also, he's downstairs and he's unaware that she's called.
Yes, Meg, I have heard Reverend Donna about Summer, and actually, Cher said that she's got some new information that she'll be releasing soon of a reading she just did about Summer. So I'm really curious to see what that is. I have a lot of faith in her. Now, she even says that like the best psychics in the world aren't only right like 85% of the time. But if we look at, I mean, even with Gabby, she said that Gabby, it wasn't just the strangulation. There was, hitting, and would explain the blunt force trauma. Suzanne Morphew, JJ and Tiedye. I mean, there's so many instances, even with the Wells. She mentioned that upside down world in Tennessee. And what are the chances that they were all there not long before Summer went missing? You know? Mm.
Bay Creek, Delaware County line. Careful, this is I need to come on.
So I guess that's all we got. I don't know, you guys. What a mess. What do you guys think? Maybe we should watch that interview with the congressional thing that we were talking with the person that's running for Congress. Well, no, we might do that next time. Let me see what you guys think. Oh my gosh, more bots. It's so crazy that bots came in here last night and had blocked me and blocked the people that usually are mods on here. She was right about all of them. It blows my mind. I know. Me too. Yep. There was another bot. Oh, you did watch that video? Thank you, Delana. Okay, so let's go on and talk about some other things that are happening right now. We can get back onto the discussion of Summer Wells. If you guys have anything you want to talk about as far as the 911 call goes, I don't even know what to think about it. It's really sad. I don't know. I mean, I wonder. I don't know. Ooh, okay. The very first headline on Crime Online. We'll start going through headlines, and then I'll come back if I have thoughts. It's a touchy situation, considering DV is so serious. I mean, look, Gabby Petito. It just, I don't know. I don't have much to say about it besides it's sad, and yeah, it does seem like they're spiraling a little bit, right? It does. Okay, so the very first headline on Crime Online, this is really interesting. It's about Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. But it says, police announce person of interest in Moab double murders. Brian Laundrie ruled out. I did not even see this. It hadn't been posted when I was looking earlier. So let's look at that story, I guess. Oh my gosh. Police have multiple persons of interest in mind in connection to a couple killed in August 2021 while camping in Moab, Utah. The Grand County Sheriff's Office announced Thursday that Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner were shot numerous times while at a campsite. The Sheriff's Office added the victims had no forcible signs of sexual assault. The victims had been married just 4 months before they were killed. Although none of the persons of interest have been named, investigators said Brian Laundrie, a Florida man accused of killing his girlfriend, Gabby Petito, has been ruled out as a suspect. Upon investigation, the FBI and Florida investigators have determined, based on electronic transmission evidence, that neither Petito nor Laundrie were involved in this case, Grand County Sheriff Stephen White said. When did he say this? I totally did not see this. So here's a news thing. January 20th, 2022. Press release regarding the double homicide of Crystal and Kylan. We are unable to release more. The bodies of Kylan and Crystal were discovered in an irrigation ditch west of their campsite in the South Mesa area of La Salle Mountains. Law enforcement were made aware of the discovery by an acquaintance of the victims who had been searching for them in the area they were found. The Grand County Sheriff's Office immediately secured the site and spent the next several days processing the scene. GCSO searched the irrigation ditch both before and after draining the ditch by shutting off water via control valve. Evidence collected from the scene include the victim's tent and personal belongings inside and outside of the tent and their vehicle, blood, shell casings, bullet fragments, and video evidence from nearby properties. Ooh. GCSO has narrowed the victim's date of death to August 14th, 2021. The state medical examiner immediately conducted a medical exam of both victims and determined the following. Both victims had been shot multiple times. The shell casings and bullet fragments found at the scene were consistent with evidence obtained from the bodies of both victims, and there was no sign of forcible sexual assault of either victim. Wow. In the course of this investigation, there has been considerable conjecture that Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie were somehow involved in the double homicide. Upon investigation, the FBI and Florida investigators have determined, based on electronic transmission evidence, that neither Petito nor Laundrie were involved in this case. GCSO requests the Moab community be careful about sharing information on social media. Such information tends to be misinformed, inaccurate, and unhelpful to the criminal investigation, if not dangerous. If you have information, please contact GCSO. Well, and here, I'm going to blow this number up. Well, it won't let me blow it up anymore. That's very true. If you are in that area and you have information, I wouldn't put it on social media. The person who did this is, they're saying definitely, and I'm saying most likely still out there. As Crime Online previously reported, Schulte and Turner were last seen on August 13th when they left Woody's Tavern in Moab. A family member said on social media the couple had called them Saturday night, saying they needed to change campsites because of a weirdo camping near them that was freaking them out. Hey, Broken Dishes. Does anyone know why the church cut ties with Dawn and Candus? Is Robin still in contact with Candus? I don't know if that's true. Now, I've heard that, but I don't know. It is upsetting. Okay, yes, please read to us. I'm not sure that is true. Supposedly, a YouTuber went to church and Dawn and Candus were there. I think that this was not this past Saturday, but the one before. Yep, Robin was up there taking a picture with them. Hey, open minds. Okay, this is so sad. But it is interesting to hear. Based on electronic evidence, Gabby and Brian are not involved. So that must mean their phones were pinging somewhere else. Schulte and Turner didn't take any photos of the man and never gave a description. Daily Beast and Daily Mail obtained video security footage from the Moab Tavern where the couple met up with a friend for a few drinks. Borza said the women mentioned a creep camping next to them, but didn't seem overly scary or shocked. This came out a while ago, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, how sad though. She's a beautiful girl for sure. Mm-mm-mm. Something's not right about that whole case. I don't know what it is, but we were just having a great time having a couple drinks, and all they said there was a creep staying next to them. The pair arrived at the bar at 6 p.m., left around 9 p.m. Police said the shooter is not a threat to the public. Why would that be, considering they don't know who he is and he's not been caught? How are we safe if you have a double homicide? You don't have a suspect in custody. You're not claiming it was a murder-suicide. So how are we possibly safe? It honestly feels like they're just trying to protect the tourism industry in Moab. Wow. Interesting, you guys. What do you guys think? Or CCTV footage. Don't believe pings would eliminate them as suspects. That's true. That's what I was thinking. You could leave your phone somewhere. That doesn't mean, I don't know, but maybe their phone was traveling out of there by that time. I don't know. Brian could have left his phone with Gabby. I think that he could only use it with Wi-Fi. Yeah, Rana, you're right, actually, because remember there was all that stuff about him saying he didn't have a phone. That's crazy, though, because there is a big tourism market there. Why would they say that they're not a threat to the public if they've not been caught? You know? Thank you, Delana. You guys are the best, for real. I have the best chat on the tubes. I always think that. All right, let's keep going. There's some crazy stuff happening in this world, and that's what the series is going to be about. We're going to talk about it all quickly, going through, and then, if, like I said, if y'all want to go back to the summer, back to this, whatever you want. I do think Barry Morphew was in court today. I didn't have time to watch that. I had to go mail out some stuff, and I'm no technology expert, but listen to a lot on Delphi, and they talk about phone pings aren't all that. Right, phone pings. But if you think about right here, Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow, think about how they found the kids using Lori's brother's phone, and it wasn't the pings, it was actually the GPS, and they were able to, within a few feet, say exactly where he was in the backyard. I don't know. Okay. Teen brothers kill stepfather for SA their 9-year-old sister. Oh my God. Wow. Dude, okay. Let's read this, and you guys tell me if you think they should be in trouble. It's crazy, because sometimes I look at these people protecting other people, and it's like, they shouldn't even be in trouble. He shouldn't have been doing that, which I know that's wrong. But still, Two Texas brothers and a friend were arrested for Thursday's fatal beating of their brother's stepfather, who was accused of SA their 9-year-old sister. According to KRGV, FAR police said a rancher discovered Gabriel Quintanilla, 47, deceased in an open field in McAllen with blunt force trauma to the head. Quintanilla is believed to have been fatally attacked in FAR after his 9-year-old daughter accused him of inappropriately touching her at an RV park. Police said the girls' brothers, Christian and Alejandro Trevino, 17 and 18, learned of the accusations and confronted Quintanilla, leading to an altercation. Quintanilla reportedly then left the area on foot. A second fight occurred when Christian Trevino allegedly chased Quintanilla and located him at a nearby apartment complex. At some point, Alejandro Trevino jumped in a car driven by Juan Melendez, 18. KVEO reported that the two other teens joined in on the attack before all three left the apartment complex. The three teens allegedly drove back to the complex in a truck and spotted Quintanilla working alone and injured. Police said the trio attacked him a third time. Wow. Put him in the bed of the truck and drove him to the open field where the rancher found him deceased. Authorities believe Quintanilla was alive when he was dumped in the field, according to KVEO. Police believe brass knuckles were used during one of the three attacks. Reports indicated that Melendez is a friend of the Trevino brothers and is not related to Quintanilla. At the time of his death, Quintanilla was wanted on charges of continuous sexual assault of a child and assault family violence. KRGV reported that the three teens were arraigned on Sunday. Alejandro is charged with aggravated assault, family violence, and engaging in organized criminal activity. Christian and Melendez are charged with capital murder, aggravated assault, family violence, and organized criminal activity. Alejandro is not charged with murder, as police do not believe he dealt the fatal blow to Quintanilla. But usually they would charge all three, right? Alejandro remains jailed on a $1 million bond, while his younger brother is held on 1.5. Melendez is also held on 1.5. Wow. Hey, Megan. Yes, Megan. I haven't got there yet, but that's one of the headlines today. Hey, Emily. So what do you guys think? Well, there you are, open minds. You hope they get off. Oh, awesome, Yanni. Do you think that they should be charged so, strictly and so harshly? Or do you think that, I don't know, it's like the dude was wanted for sexually assaulting a child? Kind of can't blame them, especially when it's their little sister, right? Wait till I get there, Megan. You'll hear all about it. I haven't watched that yet, Valera. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in forever. I know I've got my messenger I get a lot of messages in there, and they get backed up, and when they're behind, because I know I've got a message from you, but it's from a while ago, and so it's way down on the list, and I don't see it unless I'm going through there for something. But yeah. Hey, Janet. No, he should have been in jail. Absolutely. Janet, we're just reading through headlines. So these two teen brothers have been charged, one with capital murder, one with other charges, for beating their stepdad to death. They beat him 3 separate times, and so there were accusations that he assaulted his daughter, their little sister, but he was also wanted on criminal charges of sexual assault. Did y'all see this? 6 found dead in horrific murders at Milwaukee home. We have to look at that. I don't know where the mother is. They didn't mention it, actually. Oh, you sent me one today. Okay, awesome. All right, you guys. 6 found dead in horrific murders at Milwaukee home. Police are investigating after 6 people were found dead at a home in northwest Milwaukee on Sunday. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office said the deaths are being investigated as homicides. Police officers conducted a welfare check at the residence shortly before 4 p.m. Assistant Police Chief Paul Formolo said and found 5 of the bodies, 4 men and a woman. Early Monday morning, the medical examiner said a 6th victim, another man, had been found. These victims have not been identified, but online information gives the ages of 3 of the men as 31, 42, and 43. Formolo did not provide information about a possible motive, suspect, or weapon involved, but said there is no information to suggest that there is a threat to the community. Autopsies are being conducted on Monday. The Milwaukee acting mayor, calls the murders horrific, and that's kind of all there is. So if anybody has any information, there's the 2 phone numbers. I thought we'd get more information than that, but that's okay. I do want you guys to see the Scream situation. Ooh, I'm wearing Michael Kors perfume today, and it smells really, really good. It's not that expensive either. You get a giant bottle for not a ton. "16-year-old fatally shot, dumped from moving car minutes after leaving home." Alabama cops charge missing boyfriend with murder and deaths of woman and her father. Oh, awesome. I saw that he was missing. He's been found safe. 12-year-old Kentucky boy. That is wonderful. I love when we see that they're found safe, because it's too often we see that, they're not. Oh, wow. Texas man leaves toddler in car while he plays games in casino. Loser, we're not even reading about you, because that is just... Ugh. Suspect tortures woman to get her to withdraw domestic abuse case. I mean, come on. There's some sick stuff that happens in this world, you guys. Okay, mom's boyfriend out on bail after allegedly killing baby. If they caught him in the act, they could have killed him legally, but tracking him down 3 different times is premeditated murder. Yeah, I know. You're right. Hey, Maria. You're right, Roxanne. So much evil. That's why I wanted to do this. Megan, you're exactly right. There is a reason why some do. And I know it's, basically a lot of times new laws that are wanting, things like that. Laws that people want passed. Restrictions that people want to put in place. There's so many of these cases. I've done this before, but this isn't like a new series I'm starting. But a few months ago, I did a live like this, just bored, kind of hanging out, looking through the headlines. And I thought the same thing. I'm like, some of these are just as horrific as the ones we do hear about. Why is it that they get no attention, but some get all the attention? It's just... All right, let's find out, open minds. Let me get a drink of this Coke. I'm going to be here home alone all day until late. Like 9 o'clock. Okay. An Arizona man was indicted this week for murder in the death of his girlfriend's 1-year-old son earlier this month and promptly released on bond. The Mojave County Sheriff's Office said its deputies were dispatched to a Fort Mojave home on January 7th and arrived to find Nico Dimitri McLaughlin, the mother's boyfriend, and a neighbor administering CPR to a young boy. The neighbor had responded to the home upon hearing screaming. Deputies assisted with CPR until fire department medical personnel arrived and took the child to Valley View Medical Center. The toddler was later flown to UMC Children's Hospital in Las Vegas, Nevada, where he died 3 days later. The Clark County Medical Examiner's Office conducted an autopsy and determined the child died from an extensive brain injury, that was not accidental. The McLaughlin, 27, was arrested on January 13th and indicted a week later. He is charged with first-degree murder, domestic violence, second-degree murder, domestic violence, and child abuse/domestic violence. McLaughlin was released on a $50,000 bail the day after his January 13th arrest. He's due in court January 24th. Wait, today? He's due in court today. So he had $5,000, I guess, sitting around, and he got himself out of jail. $50,000, and this child has been beat to death, obviously, or he wouldn't have a non-accidental brain injury that was so detrimental it killed him. Disgusting. You look like a freak, dude. I think this was a great idea. Thank you, Delana. Has anybody ever told you your voice sounds like Britney Spears? Thank you. No, but I have seen that recently. I saw it in, like, when I went on a panel. Someone said that in chat. The exact same thing. Might have been you. I don't know. I.e. Watts, Wells, Petito. Yeah. Yep, you're right, Megan. You never emailed me because I really want to have you on here for a Watts discussion. I meant that. I think that would be so interesting. I could even have TCA on with you if you want, because she really loves your channel and feels like your channel taught her a lot, and that's why she believes and has the opinions that she does. And I'm kind of more, like I told you before, kind of more logical about things and emotional. It's hard for me to set the emotional side of these cases to the side. It really, really is. Stranger allegedly tries to buy infant boy for $500,000 at Texas Walmart. A woman is accused of repeatedly offering hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy an infant boy at Texas Walmart, prompting the terrified mother to call police. Holy cow. Thank you, Shar. Thank you, Yanni. You guys are sweet. TCA is great. Can you post your email again? Yes. Woofy, will you write it in there? You can do my tie-dye email. That would be great. That'd be good because, here we are to the Scream one. Look at this dude. Oh my gosh. I get angry too, open minds. I really do. I get angry. I get sad. I can write it in here, actually. What am I thinking? I'm on my phone, too. Rip your heart out and die at gmail.com. There we go. Okay. So here we go. Florida teen allegedly attacked jogger to fulfill his sexual fantasies inspired by the movie Scream. Thank you, Shar. I won. Okay. Oh my God, the look on his face. But doesn't he look like a baby, though? That's sad because he really looks so young. So, a teen in Florida is accused of attacking a neighborhood jogger with the intention of keeping the man's body so he could play with the victim to fulfill his sexual fantasies. The unnerving allegations are detailed in an arrest report obtained by WOFL TV, which alleges that 18-year-old Logan Smith spat on the victim for 6 weeks before attempting to strangle the jogger on Monday in a Port St. John neighborhood. However, the male victim was able to fight back and overpowered him until police arrived. Investigators say Smith was inspired to commit the crime after watching the movie Scream, WOFL-TV reports. Smith reportedly told police that he monitored the jogger's running routine and route, which would go past Smith's home. As part of the plot, Smith had a belt, rubber ballot, what is that? He had a belt, a rubber BALLET. I don't know what that is or how to say that, or if that's supposed to be like a rubber mallet. I don't know. And a can of deodorant spray, ready for when the jogger would pass by the property. Smith had placed the materials in between two vehicles in the driveway. The teen told police the plan was to attack the victim by striking him with the mallet. Yes, I was right. And spraying the deodorant in his eyes. He then intended to strangle the man and use a bedsheet to drag him inside the house across the street. He further planned to place the victim's body into his closet where the defendant stated no one would know, and the defendant could have the victim's body all to himself. The arrest report reads, according to WOFL-TV, the defendant stated that he also planned to play with the victim to fulfill his sexual fantasies. On Monday evening, Smith allegedly hid behind a light pole and went through with the attack when the jogger passed by, but it didn't go as planned. Smith tossed the clothing robe belt over the victim's head until it was around the front area of the victim's neck, the arrest report reads. But the victim, who is trained in martial arts, fought back, detained Smith, and called police. I've got him detained on the ground right now. I need the cops here immediately, the victim told a dispatcher, according to audio of the 911 call obtained by the Orlando Sentinel. You made a dumb decision today, the victim told Smith during the call, according to the newspaper. The victim told the dispatcher that he was holding Smith down by gripping his throat and hands. Investigators say the victim did not know Smith and had never met him, spoken with him, or seen him previously. Indeed, during the 911 call, the dispatcher asked the victim if he knew his attacker. Absolutely not, the victim said. An unnamed family friend told WOFL that Smith has 2 mental disorders that were diagnosed at a young age. The boyfriend of Smith's mother also told WOFL that Smith has struggled since his father died in a vehicle accident 5 years ago. The boyfriend described the teen as a loner. The boyfriend. He wouldn't have been the kid you invited to the cool parties. He wouldn't be the kid that had the cool shoes, the boyfriend told WOFL. We just thought it was odd that he wanted to go out to the movies by himself. A person like Logan is more of a loner. They don't like to go out of their comfort zone. Smith's family intends to hire an attorney so he can get mental health treatment, according to the television station. We are all at a loss for this. It is hard to wrap your mind around the thoughts that were going through his head and what he wanted to do. Smith has been charged with attempted murder and is being held in the Brevard County Jail without bond. Let's see. Allie loves when she's right. Great job, Allie. What was I right about? Today's emoji is what? What is that? I know this. Hold on, I'm going to have to get up and go blow it in a second, but see the top right one said shot over French fries. Oh my gosh, I missed that. Let's see. Was that in the last one? People are crazy. A mallet is a rectangular hammer. Oh. People are absolutely crazy. Okay. Let's see how many other ones. Toddler left alone with mom's dead body for 5 days. Oh my gosh. I have to read this. Where's the French fry one? Here it is. French fry felony. St. Louis woman charged after shooting McDonald's worker during fry discount dispute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that one's not as heavy as some of the others. I mean, it's just crazy though how many of these, if we did this daily, we would find new stories every single day. I don't plan on doing it daily, but I want to do it a couple times a week. And I bet you, I mean, I just think we're going to uncover a lot that's happening that we don't realize is happening. Because we hear like these certain cases, they get big, right? Like Watts or Wells or Petito and, and Laundry. And you hear about this one case all the time, but you're not hearing about all these others. And kind of don't realize how often it's happening. A New York father is suing the city and the Department of Homeless Services after his toddler daughter was found covered in human feces and trapped alone with the corpse of her mother, who died of an accidental overdose. Lyric LeBoy was rushed to a hospital last July, badly dehydrated, when family center workers found her under a bed near her mother's body on July 25th. That is very sad. She was alone in the shelter apartment for 5 days. Shelter apartment, so what is it, like apartments for homeless people? Oh, man, that is sad. But it's not anybody else's fault. I mean, that's just me, though. I don't know what you guys think. 8-year-old fatally shot by a stray bullet. Missouri brothers jailed on sex crimes against teen girls. Here we go. Evelyn Boswell. So what? Was Megan back in court? I had not seen this. This is a case that I've followed kind of closely, but haven't heard anything about. Are you guys following this case? I definitely will, Janet. Thank you, Delana. Awesome. This is fun. And then I'm going to re-record the Delphi timeline and then post that later today, because I want to do part 2 and go through the evidence that they've collected and that they've made public in the Delphi case. Yes, I love it. Oh, I already read that. Poor baby. I'm wondering how many of you guys were following Evelyn's case, because I thought a lot of people were, really. I've not heard anything about Evelyn in a while. Yeah, me either. I don't think I've seen her. You haven't, Emily? Oh, my. Her mom waited months to report her missing. If I remember correctly, she went missing at the end of November or in December, maybe in the beginning of December, and Mom waited until like February to report her missing. I think this was maybe even 2 years ago. She just hasn't been to court yet. Then her mom lied and told police, like, she's got 12 counts or some, like 12 counts of lying to police, because she told so many different stories about where that baby was and who had her and stuff. I know about little Evelyn. It is very sad. She hasn't been to court yet, but I do believe, I think, are they going they're going for the death penalty, right? Let's read this. An East Tennessee judge on Friday denied a request to lower the bond for a mother charged in the death of her daughter, who was found dead on family property after an extensive search in 2020. She was found in the barn, pretty much, like in her dad's building. It's like a outbuilding. Maggie Boswell faces 19 charges related to the death of 15-month-old Evelyn Boswell, who was initially reported missing in February of 2020, almost 2 months after family members had last seen the little girl. Right, I thought so. Boswell reportedly told authorities several different stories about the whereabouts of the toddler during the 2-week search after the TBI issued an Amber Alert. That the baby's father had her, that the little girl's grandmother had taken her somewhere, and more. But Evelyn was finally found in March in a shed on property belonging to Megan Boswell's father, Tommy Boswell Sr., who said he was the person who reported his granddaughter missing. Sullivan County Judge Jim Goodwin listened to arguments by defense attorney Brad by defense attorney Brad S. and district attorney Barry S. on Friday, ultimately deciding against the defense attorney's assertions that Boswell wasn't a flight risk and that she'd been in jail for nearly 2 years. The next hearing in the case is set for April 7th, when Goodwin will hear arguments about a defense request for a change of venue because of the intense publicity of the case. Look, this is really close to summer. The prosecution has asked for her decision on another option, the Kingsport Times-News reported, pulling jurors from another part of the state and bringing them to Sullivan County for the trial. Goodwin also set a deadline of May 1st for Sperolez to notify the court if it intends to use Boswell's mental health in his defense. Boswell has been indicted on 2 counts of felony murder, single counts each of aggravated child abuse, aggravated child neglect, tampering with evidence, abuse of a corpse, and failure to report a death under suspicious, unusual, or unnatural circumstances, and 12 counts of false reports. The baby was in the outfit that her mom claims she last saw her in, by the way. I haven't watched the cover either. Oh my gosh, Shar. Oh, Janet. Yeah, I like crime talk. I wish I could have one too, Janet. I would love to have a little girl. We just started a Facebook group for Lauren Smith Fields. Please feel free to join the group and share. I haven't heard of that of her. I wonder if we'll see her.
Wake up with America's best new.
And then before we go, maybe I'll find out what happened in Barry Morphew's hearing really quick, because that's another headline. But let's see what this is. Oh.
First case we'll take up this afternoon is State of Tennessee versus Evelyn Boswell.
Whoa.
728.
They put it on the news or on TV?
I think we're primarily here for a second bond motion.
I'm not gonna watch all that because it's a long one, and it's I thought it was like a recap. So let's go to Twitter really quickly. My goodness, you guys. Okay. Lauren Scharf will find out what happened with Barry Morphew. So her last one was lunch break? Wow, looks like it was a long hearing. They're talking about the DNA. Huh. The order made by Judge Patrick Murphy on May 27th was to save any communication about the case. It looks like Barry's attorneys are trying to The prosecution is wanting the pretrial publicity violations to be heard on February 1st, 8 and wants it today. DA Linda Stanley is not here. At the previous status conference, the judge did alert both parties about discussing the pretrial publicity violations. The defense wanted to call former ADA Jeff Lindsay to the stand. Well, I guess we don't know what's happened yet, though. I'm going to have to take some time to read through all of these. Let's see. Here is Barry Morphew's legal team when they arrived. I'm surprised she didn't show him arriving. Let's go back to the top. There's just a lot of information on this, so I'm thinking, are they not back from lunch? I wonder what's going on. Not sure, but it can't be good. Uh-oh. Huh. Well, I'll let you guys know what comes of it. I'm not sure. I think that's all we're going to do for now as far as headlines go. Oh my gosh, my back. I was sitting in a weird position. I need to be doing some upper body workouts. Workouts. MJ in the house. 2 days after she was reported missing, law enforcement said mother was lying to them. Law enforcement have never said Candus lied to them. Thank you, Melissa Jade. Candus, well, let's see. Initially, we had reports that Summer was seen walking up the road barefoot, and we don't hear that anymore, so that story seems to have changed. And then whoever reported her missing didn't know her age. They didn't know her height, and they didn't know her weight, because there is no way that at 5 years old she was only 3 feet tall. That's just crazy to me. And yeah, so I don't know. I have my thoughts about it. I think some of that stuff is just weird, but does it mean anything? No, not really. The fact that they're still fighting right now, that's what they're doing. They have boys that when you get your kids taken, you better be doing everything in your power to get them back. And I mean, not drinking, not partying, not doing drugs, not fighting and having to call police, because you're never going to get them back doing that. You have to know that. You have to be going to these doctor's appointments, drug tests, whatever it is they want you to do. If you want to get your kids back when you get them taken, you have to jump through their hoops to get them back. If you're not willing to do that, then you're not getting them back. But if you're not willing to do that, I don't know. I have questions then, because to me, I would do absolutely anything if my kids were taken to get them back. If they told me to quit drinking soda and smoking cigarettes, done in a heartbeat. I mean, I'm just saying, obviously that would never happen, but it's sad. And I feel like that's what's even more sad about this recent 911 call and stuff. It's like they haven't hit rock bottom. So, and rock bottom's going to be really ugly. And it usually is, right? But it's just sad to see. It's like we see it in like slow motion. It's like as it's happening, it's like, warning, you're messing up. But to them, they just, I don't know. They're losing it, I believe. Whether it's just out of heartbreak and sadness for missing their baby, there could be some guilt. We don't know. We really don't know, but it's sad. And we know what happens when people start beating up their significant others. Look at Gabby and Brian. Look at Kathleen Moore. Same exact thing. Oh, you don't eat sweets, Delana? I love junk food. I hate that they don't have any info about their daughter. I remember how much my 3 kids weighed and height at the time of birth. I have their birthdays engraved in my heart. I know exactly what you mean. Me too. Evelyn Boswell goes to trial, I believe, in September of this year. They just had a motion to reduce bond one day last week. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. So let's see. We have Chad Daybell coming up. That's not going to be until what? January of what did they say? 2024? And Lori Vallow, there's not even anything in sight because they can't get her well enough to understand what she's being charged with and why. And then we have Letitia Stout. I believe that's coming in August. Oh, I cannot wait to see that. Then we have Barry Morphew, Evelyn Boswell. Megan Fieramusca and Heidi Broussard. We have that one coming up. There's a lot that we haven't seen. What's her name? Victoria Smith, the little girl. I actually interviewed her aunt long time ago when I first started my channel, but she was adopted by the winner of Worst Cooks in America. Her name was Ariel Smith, and well, I can't remember her last name. But anyways, yeah, that was really bad case. She was adopting her, and she had been taken from an abusive home. And yet again, CPS was not doing their job, was not watching where their kids were. They had out for adoption. And yeah, not watching their Facebooks and stuff. They were not supposed to even be posting the baby before she was adopted. And yet there had been pictures of her every day for freaking 6 months. She flaunted her like a little, I don't know. And there's a racial aspect that play there as well. There's a lot of stuff with that one, but that case should be coming up to go to court. So it seems like it takes forever. And then we have COVID, which just made everything worse. As long as these people eventually pay, then I'm okay, I guess. But anyways, I appreciate you guys that sat in here and hung out with me. And like I said, I'm going to start doing this a couple times a week. I think it'll be fun to keep up with what's going on. Hey, Mr. Positive. Yeah. And if anything happens in any of the stories that we've talked about, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll put out the Delphi timeline later. And yeah, I'm working on a few new little videos and live streams. I'll keep you guys posted. But thank you, Punksy. Thank you all. I've got cotton mouth and I can't breathe because I need to blow my nose. So I'm going to hop off here. But I love you guys so much and I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Yanni, Delana, Shar, Punksy, Mr. Tomato Head, Mr. Positive, Woofy, Ponytail Woofy. Why did you change your name to Ponytail? I got the smoldering Woofy because of Bryn's picture, right? Because you said he looks smoldering. Pretty funny. Thank you, Shar. I love you guys so much. I really do. I hope you have an awesome day and night, and I'll see you soon. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to do an addiction live soon. There's certain things I want to do, and I'm like, I don't think that really a lot of people want to see that, but I'm going to stop thinking like that and just do what my heart tells me to do, and we'll go from there, you know? Oh, thank you, Nzantor. All right, you guys, I love you, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Okay, bye.